Alright, we're back with another Invincible reviews. So for all the new watchers, we're gonna start off where season 3 ended, which is issue 65. I finished season 3 and I loved every moment of it, and now I want to embark on this journey together where we read the comics so these spoiler fiends can't hurt us anymore. The chapter starts off after Nolan escapes with Alan and tells him that there are less than 50 Viltrumites left in the universe. Mans is spilling the tea on his own people. Viltrumites were possibly the most violent race in history, going around just conquering everybody. They are hell-bent on ridding themselves of any weakness, but then one of their enemies were able to make a virus that nearly wiped out every Viltrumite. I didn't know the Viltrumites had their own version of the Black Plague, which is actually insane. Plague was known as the Scourge virus, and even though many quarantined, if you were infected, it did not matter. And we learned that 99.9% of their race was wiped out. That's fucking insane. Thank God, because that means there were literally thousands, maybe even millions of this demon race. But the race endured with the little that they had left, and their stranglehold on the galaxy was now an empty threat. Crossbreeding was forbidden, but because the race was dying and facing extinction, they needed to conquer planets and rebuild the Empire. Nolan's exploration was the most fruitful because the Empire learned that human DNA was 100% compatible with the Viltrumites, and now the goal was to make Earth their breeding ground. Now Nolan wants to meet with Alan Bosses, aka the Coalition of Planets. Alan suggests that they should meet with Mark and tell him, but Nolan sees the bigger picture because if they use the Earth as a breeding ground, it's over for the entire universe. Also, he needs the information Alan scanned from his book so that he gains the boss's trust. The story then shifts to Alan back to the planet Telescria, which is home base for the Coalition of Planets, and boy is he in trouble. His girl's angry at him and asking where he's been. He responds saying that he was in a Viltrumite prison, but she doesn't care about that. She's mad about the fact that he slept in the couch instead of waking her up. Man, Alan got himself the husses. They're about to get active, but of course this man Nolan ruins everything. And this girl pulls out the switch and fires right at him screaming, "You Viltrumite!" And I really don't ever want to see Nolan's bare cheeks ever again. I could go my whole life without seeing this. And this is the central base of the Coalition of Planets, where we see two weird looking aliens having data pushed into their mind. We learn that they are one step closer to ending the threats of the Viltrum Empire, and one of them feels a way about Alan hanging out with that rogue Viltrumite. Okay, I'm interested to see where this story goes. And we finally get to see the first Viltrumite who ever went rogue again. His lore is gonna be insane. Nolan tells him about what happened to his people, and he is conflicted by it even though he is the leader of the coalition. Nolan wants him to prove that he is a Viltrumite by performing the 2-lock pull. He tells Nolan that there is no time for that as he has already showed Alan the trick, and this needs to look like a standard briefing or else someone will get suspicious. He then tells him that there is already another Viltrumite on the planet, so the work they must do must remain a secret. Alan asks if his data is going to the main database, but the old man responds with he has a more trusted inner circle, so that's where his sensitive data will go. And nah, this uniform looks so smooth on Nolan. These fit pics are one of a kind, generational even. They fly out to the next assignment, and this was kind of funny because what the fuck is Alan eating? He offers Nolan some, but he gives it a hard pass. I don't know why he's acting like he's above the alien snacks considering he got this mutant pregnant. As they reach the Nebuloid, Alan hands him the info pod because there is a code on it that will locate the specific asteroid they're looking for. They get inside and there's a gun that belongs to the space racer. Apparently this gun can destroy anyone and anything, which is kind of crazy. If you don't remember this dude, he was mentioned in one of the books Mark read earlier about his father's explorations. Nolan says it should be no problem because he is probably dead. It's been 100 years since their last interaction, but as soon as he touches the gun disappears. And then he realizes that the gun still goes to the corpse when someone touches it. Him and Alan then go on a search looking for the corpse. And oh my goodness. It looks like the space racer is still alive and he's getting ready to blast Nolan and Alan into the next life. Woo! Wow, this was wonderful. I'm excited for the next chapter.